Speed Gaming. Welcome. Well, Speed Gaming too. Welcome to the SGLIVE tournament match featuring PapaSchmo and deknyff. This should be a really exciting match. We've had a lot of really exciting matches so far. So let's get ready. And I hope you all can hear me out there. Let me know in chat if chat is ready. I'm going to take it that silence means yes. LOL. All right, looking at the race room. I got my buddies there, Sir Cabby, McTimothy, everybody else in chat. That's great. Both runners are ready. I'll drop the gate in 10 seconds, and we will get started with some any percent. And notify the runners. I'm pretty hyped. I haven't done comms for any percent in quite a while, so this should be pretty fun. And I have officially dropped the gate. So in about 10 seconds, the runners will get started, at least in the race room, 10 seconds by the race room. I've got chat up, I've got the restream up, and I am super, super pumped. So I got a message. Oh, thanks, D. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you here as well. I got a message earlier from PapaSchmo asking me if I could do comms for the race in hopes that he could get a restream. And I like to do favors for my friends when I can. So really glad to be here to do comms for PapaSchmo. And really, really excited to watch any percent. It's a common misconception that I am not a fan of any percent because I just kind of meme on the category all the time. So I'm not necessarily a fan of playing any percent, but I am definitely a fan of watching any percent. It's a real hype category. Basically, the runners are going to get as few items as they possibly can in order to finish the game. So that's kind of what we're looking for. And our runners are starting off at Ceres Station. We have our canned Ridley fight that we're going to get started with. And so basically, y'all probably know the story of Ceres. Yeah, Galen, right? Y'all probably know the story of Ceres Station. You just kind of go in and damage down on Ridley, end the fight as quickly as you can, and get the heck out of Dodge and get ready to start the game. So that's kind of the deal here for this. So while we're going, the PBs for both runners is deknyff has around a 57 PB, and PapaSchmo has either a 53 or 54. I'm not entirely sure if he's updated his PB recently. I was just going by the times deknyff gave me and the times that Pops had submitted on SRC and Deer Tier. So that's kind of what we're going with right now. So there's a couple minutes separating it. I know deknyff says he's been running any percent since 2017 and has been swiftly improving his time, runs any percent, a little bit of hundo. PapaSchmo, y'all might be familiar with PapaSchmo. He's been in a bunch of different tournaments and has also is a very well-rounded runner, runs a lot of rando, runs a lot of vanilla categories and a lot of stuff on the category extension board. So now it looks like we have our timers synced up and we got a really nice 4508 by PapaSchmo and a 4310 by deknyff coming out of Ceres Station. So pretty good series times right there. I know PapaSchmo has been grinding a lot lately. I'm not very familiar with deknyff, but he was courteous enough to send me a message and give me a little background on his any percent playing. So really excited to see both of these runners here. And I know that PapaSchmo is an old route runner, and based on the times, I'm going to make the assumption that deknyff is also an old route runner. So we're going to see the, I guess, quote unquote, intended boss order. We're going to fight Kraid, Fantoon, Dragon, and then Ridley. So basically, that's kind of the thing. Our runners are going to go get their morph ball. I'm not sure if we're having trouble syncing the timers or if PapaSchmo's having a little bit difficulty with his stream, but you know, for the meantime, we'll watch deknyff. Looks like possibly, oh, PapaSchmo, we finally caught up. We got Moonfall engaged for PapaSchmo. No Moonfall with deknyff. deknyff going with the appropriate fall speed, as some of us non-Moonfall fellas like to like to say. I am not a fan of using Moonwalk. I know a lot of people are. They're like, come on, Kev, it's a free time save. You should use it. And I'm like, you know, whatever, dude. I'll just get good enough with my movement and I'll sloters it up. See if I can, you know, I'll turn that Moonwalk on when I'm as good as Sloters, or when he decides to main Moonfall or Moonwalk. But anyways, we've got our morphing ball. We're going to go get our alpha missiles, wake up the planet so we can engage enemies and make our way through this very strange land and do our very best to not get killed. That's kind of the whole thing. We may see some safeties here. You know, we may see a spacer pickup. We may not. We may see early ice. We may not. We have no idea. I don't know if I've ever lost a race to Moonfall. I've definitely, I have lost a race to PapaSchmo many times. So I've had, I guess, a very few close calls, but you know, I know Moondance would be sweet. But here, this is any percent, and Moonfall and Moondance, by the way, has no real use here. We got some nice gap skips from PapaSchmo in the pit room, doing a really good job there. That's slightly slower than jumping, but you know, obviously, if you're not falling in the pit, it saves time either way. Beautiful behemoth climb, or just defend climb, depending on which the game you pay most attention to. I don't know. I've heard it called both. Really nice movement from PapaSchmo so far, making his way all the way up. Really clean parlor. And we've got kind of a hybrid climb strat here from deknyff. We're doing some wall jumps. We're doing some ledge grabs there. So very safe. I've seen a lot of rando players use that method of getting up there. You know, I always say that when you're playing these categories, the fastest way to get through the room is the way that you do it best. So you have your quote unquote optimal strats, but optimal strats, it only matters if you can do it optimally. If you can't do it optimally, dude, play it safe. You'll get a better time, I promise. PapaSchmo doing a really great job with the optimal BT strat, and then ends up getting all the missiles, doesn't leave one there. So the optimal start of the BT fight goes to a rather unoptimal conclusion, but still very clean, very crisp, really good start for PapaSchmo right out of the gate. Let's see how deknyff takes care of BT. So you want to try to get BT to jump back right away, otherwise he will hit you. As we are seeing right, deknyff avoids a swipe, loses a little bit of time to PapaSchmo, but actually doing a very good job keeping BT back in the corner, firing all the missiles, and we're at 89 energy, so should get some good missile drops. And then both of our runners came out of BT with full health and full missiles. So that's really good when you're going down to early supers. You want to make sure that you have full missiles. And I'm assuming PapaSchmo is just going to shoulder through the pirates right here. There's no sense in taking them out with the missiles. We're not doing new route. We're doing old route here. Old route's the best route. That's all I'm saying. Not as dangerous, but it is very pretty and has some really sweet movement. Very nice Terminator by deknyff right there. Getting both of the waivers with the missiles, picking up the E-tank, and get some full missiles, full energy. Really great job through that room. Good timing on the missiles. Meanwhile, PapaSchmo is going to early supers. Really nice drop down there. Super job. Let's see if he can get this mock ball. This is the first very large sequence break for those that are not well versed in Super Metroid. The game expects you to have speed booster there, but you can use mock ball, and the mock ball basically mocks your running speed. If you can get a morph just in time, you do kind of like a Hadouken motion on the D-pad, and it mocks your running speed, and you can keep your run speed in ball form. That enables you to get through really tight spaces that are otherwise unintended in the game. Let's see if deknyff can pull this off as well. Really great. That is not the most time-saving sequence break in an any percent run, but it is probably the second most. I think the largest time save goes to wave beam pickup. I think that's probably the largest time save as far as sequence breaks for this category go. But this mock ball allows you to skip the spore spawn fight. We're not going to see spore spawn. Our runners already have super missiles. They're going to be able to get out of pink Brinstar and make their way into the other green Brinstar, and then on their way to red tower. But not without picking up charge beam. Charge beam is what we need to enable us to finish the game without doing a whole lot of ammo pickups. I would expect our runners are probably going to pick up 2 super packs and 4 or 5 missile packs. So they're probably going to either run 20 and 10, maybe 25-10. And it isn't also unlikely to think that, deknyff possibly with a, 57 any percent time could potentially pick up crab supers or east supers in wreck ship and run 25-15 or 20-15. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm pretty sure PapaSchmo will run 20-10 or might even possibly run 25, might pick up an extra missile pack just for a safety. And that safety's for Mother Brain 1. And we'll talk about that when we get there later. You need to have a certain amount of missiles or super missiles or a combination of both in order to get through that tank swiftly. And if you don't have enough, because of the Zevitite skip, you can't go back and refill on missiles, so you will be soft locked. But anyways, there we go. Nice D-boost off of the Scree. Nice Scree boost from PapaSchmo. I always say Scree boost blesses the run, at least for me anyways. Ooh, very, very nice new bridge room for deknyff. Getting off of there, taking out the cack attack, shooting the door out. Beautiful job. PapaSchmo skipping Spazer. I wouldn't be surprised if we see deknyff skip Spazer as well. And it is worth mentioning, PapaSchmo is a very well-practiced runner, does quite a bit, runs a lot of different categories, has been in a I think I'm back. We might be back. I know that everybody behind the scenes is working as hard as they can to take care of this, so please, everybody, just hang in there. And if you can hear me, I guess I'll keep going on while we have kind of like frozen screens here. This is deknyff's very first 1v1 race. So very exciting for deknyff. Not only is this their very first race versus somebody else, but they get to have a restream with full comms as well. So, chat, let's all give some props here to deknyff for their very first run, very first tournament match, and very first restream. Let's put on a really good show here. Already good. And it looks like PapaSchmo great put up. Oh no, God. This is not good. What a save. Oh, that's not good. This is really not good. All right, come on, Pop. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I am super nervous. Oh, phew, Pops. Holy crap. Holy crap. So that is very unfortunate. Pops survives the fight, but gets health bombed, and that enables deknyff to clean it up. I'm sorry, I didn't even see if deknyff got the quick kill or not. I was just so like tripping. Like I just looked and I noticed PapaSchmo was at 1 health when I was talking about the crate stand up, and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I mean, Pops normally nails the quick kill. Like that's not a hard skill for him. But that enables deknyff to pull quite far ahead. So, I mean, that's really good. And yeah, Pops needs to farm there, as Astor points out, to have enough ammo to kill Mini Kraid. You can do it with P shots and charge shots, but it takes too long. And this is going to put Papa in a very awkward position as far as his ammo count is concerned. Energy looking really good. And, I definitely expect a Kraid E-Tank pickup from Pops. We got the Janitor's Closet E-Tank pickup here from deknyff, or the Frog Pocket, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for the comms appreciation there, Omni. I appreciate it. I'm super excited to be here on comms. anytime I get a chance to do it. I thought I was going to be too tired to do it when Pops asked me. I'm kind of having a rough day, but you know, now that I'm seeing Super Metroid and this stuff is happening, I'm like fully alert now. And you know, thanks for that little shot of adrenaline there, PapaSchmo. I think we've all been there at one point where we're sitting on Kraid going, "Oh my gosh, am I really seriously going to die to Kraid?" I'm like, no kidding. But man, it does happen. It does happen. All right, Gabby, that's a good one, man. So anyways, we've got a pretty good lead here from deknyff, probably about 15, 20 seconds. Actually, maybe even a little less than that. Maybe 12 to 15 second lead here. That Kraid fight enabled deknyff to catch up. You can see on Pop's screen there, it doesn't look too thrilled with his performance so far, but you know, Pops is a really good runner, should be able to come back from this. And, you know, paying attention to it as well as deknyff is playing, PapaSchmo does have a movement advantage. His ledge grabs are just a little bit more crisp. You know, his movement is just a little bit stronger. And I got to imagine that, honestly, right now, after that Kraid fight, Papa might be feeling the same level of nerves that deknyff is probably feeling with, you know, this being deknyff's first tournament match, first race ever, period. I got to imagine both of our runners are high on adrenaline right now. And I wonder if Papa's watching the restream. I feel like Papa usually does watch the restream and would know at this point that deknyff has pulled ahead. But Papa is closing the gap. Papa's closing the gap. We have a door transit. We have one room away. So we got a rising tide here from deknyff going down the bottom shelf, not top shelf. So not the most optimal, but probably the easiest and pretty much safer way through the room. You're likely to take less damage. Nice pseudo screw there to take out the waiver. Let's see how deknyff handles King Cac. This could be where it turns around because you see our runners are pretty much about synced up right now. deknyff has traversed Bubble Mountain. Pop's having a little bit of trouble there. Going to try to go for a charge shot. A little bit low. I think you have to do a jump right there in order to get King Cac with that charge shot right there, but still makes it up in one try. deknyff not fixing the door. Deciding to just run straight through it. Pop's skipping the farm. So I always like to farm right there. It's kind of one quick farm. It's like a free farm. You don't have to deal with you know, door transition. You just shoot the door, get that little farm. And then on your way back out, you can farm again. And I've heard that that's the better way to go through that room because you don't need to wait for the bugs to respawn for your second farm because they're spawned right away. I don't know, something like that. It's more optimal to take that farm first. Let's see how many farms deknyff has. Let's see how many supers. I wouldn't be surprised if our runners try to go full supers here. I would go at least 3 or 4. Old route, I don't think you need as many supers. I think you can manage it pretty well. With 3, nice deboost there from deknyff. Papa farmed, so we got 15 and 3. So deknyff is looking way, way better on their ammo count. Pops is kind of looking a little low with 5 missiles. Really shouldn't be too bad. Doesn't opt to go for lag reduction strats by taking out any of those enemies. So we'll see, but you know, trying to save time here. Best they can, trying to be safe. Both runners looking really good on energy. Ammo is not too bad. I mean, I would rather be in deknyff's position here, but I think Papa's going to be okay. You can farm the Novas or the Gamers, whatever you want to call it, the red Gamers when you're going through Business Center again. It's a little bit slower, but you can farm there. And there's also Hellway. PapaSchmo is very well versed in a lot of different categories, so shouldn't have too much trouble farming a little extra ammo in Hellway. We'll talk about what Hellway is when we come up, but I got to tell you, deknyff is playing a little bit better now than I would expect versus what his PB is. You know, having a 57 PB and making through pretty well, you know. But, you know, I haven't seen deknyff do any boss fights so far. And, you know, to be perfectly honest, when I was at that marker of PB, boss fights was kind of the thing that hurt my PBs a little bit more than just plain old movement. I think me personally, my movement got better long before my boss fights got better. Hey, I'm back again, y'all. We're back. Thank you for your patience. You know, a little shout out to Adirondack Rick and everybody else at SpeedGaming too. That's doing their best to bring a good restream to all of you. You know, sometimes with technical limitations of computers and whatnot, you know, you end up with situations like that. The stream is coming in hot, it's looking good. We got an alpha spark from PapaSchmo.